Hello and welcome back to How To's with Kelsey.
In this video, we'll be reviewing load balancing with Imperva. We'll cover the different infrastructure and use cases our load balancer solution can support. This is a deeper dive demo with lots of technical detail, so it's a bit longer than our other videos. Sit tight and get ready to learn. Load balancers are critical to everyday business. By distributing your traffic across a global network and providing automatic failover, load balancers ensure business continuity, lower latency, improve site performance, and help you avoid downtime. Imperva provides you with a flexible and robust load balancing solution designed to handle all your needs, including multiple origin servers, multiple data centers, active-active, and active-passive modes. To navigate to the load balancing settings for a particular site, click on Application at the top of the screen. This will bring up a list of all your onboard websites. Click on the website you'd like to review the load balancing settings for. On the left-hand side of the screen, click on Website Settings. I can see that this site currently has a single origin server. The CNAME of the origin server is listed below. However, if I don't want to enter the CNAME of my origin server, I also have the option to add the IP address. I also have the option to select an origin POP, also known as a point of presence. That is the Imperva POP that is used to route your traffic to the origin server. It's recommended to select the POP that is closest to your data center for the best website performance. If you're not sure what POP is closest, you can click on the Help Me Choose button. And Imperva will provide you a list of recommended POPs with their round trip time, also known as RTT. It's recommended to select the POP with the lowest RTT. In this case, I'd select Ashburn. I also have the option to change the load balancer setup to multiple origin servers with a single data center or multiple data centers. Selecting multiple origin servers gives me the option to add an additional server. I'll need to provide the IP address or CNAME, the mode, whether it's an active or standby server, the status, whether it's enabled or disabled, and the weight. Weight is the ratio of traffic that's distributed between servers. For example, this new server might receive 60% of the traffic, while our original server might receive 40% of the traffic. In the load balancing attributes section, I can select the load balancing mode. Least pending request is selected by default and is the recommended option. In this mode, the next request is routed to the origin server with the smallest number of pending requests. Least open connections will route the next request to the origin server with the smallest number of TCP requests. This algorithm is better in terms of balancing the load between different destination IPs. Source IP hash is based on a hashing algorithm that maps the IP address to the request source to one of the origin servers. Clients will always be connected to the same server in this mode. Random will randomly route to one of the origin servers. And weighted means the load is distributed according to the user-defined weight ratio that we assigned earlier. If we need to support infrastructure that contains multiple data centers, we can select the multiple data centers option at the top. You are able to configure up to 40 data centers per website. First, we need to select the global server load balancing mode, which has several options. With best connection time, the POP will route requests to the data center that has the shortest connection time. Geo-targeting required means that each geographical location is mapped to a data center. This option is very useful when local regulations require that sites be served from a specific location. Geo-targeting preferred is similar to geo-targeting required, except in the case of one data center going down. The alternative data center is selected by looking at the best connection time. And like we discussed before, weighted distributes load based on user-defined ratios. For example, let's say I wanted to use a geo-targeting required mode. I have specific regulations that require me to serve my websites from specific locations. And I have two data centers. I have one data center for Europe and one data center for the rest of the world. I'll need to first create my second data center, which I can do so below. I click the Add Data Center button. I'll name my new data center. With enabled, give it a weight if necessary. I would add servers, add the CNAME, the mode, status, and weight if necessary, and also select an origin POP. After I create my data center, I will be able to add it under this section for the rest of the world. Next, we need to determine failover attributes. I can assign a standby data center, decide at which threshold I'd like to fail over, enter a standby data center kickstart URL, which is the URL that will be accessed when Imperva performs a failover. credentials for the CRL if necessary, and enter the minimum number of servers for my data center to be considered up and operational. In future videos, we'll cover other CDN and load balancing topics, such as rewrite and forwarding rules. Thank you.